if I hadn't already posted that I was doing a character from 1979, I would have changed my mind and did a different retro.
Oh.
But I'm changing what I was going to do the retro to the 12th, which is computer.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I'm going to spoil that right now because I'm drawing on the 12th Max Headroom.
Yes. That's
What,
perfect. And there's a gnat that has been haunting me for the last hour and it's like driving me crazy.
NAT net?
Like a GNAT.
Oh, GNAT. See,
Gnat.
I did diploma.
A gnat. Yes.
So do you have any guesses on who this 1979 character is? This spacefaring sci-fi? It's before your time, so I don't expect you to, but I'm wondering.
Is it one of the Robinson people?
No. This is a man who went into space and then ended up something happening, and he ended up going into the 25th century.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his name at the moment.
All right. Now the excitement is when I went to look up images that I wanted to kind of use for my today's thing.
Mm-hmm.
I found out that they are doing a reboot of this with new technology, and the actor that they have attached to it, and is also going to be producing the show. I'm super excited for because he's like a man crush of mine.
Nice.
And that would be George Clooney in the role of Buck Rogers.
Buck Rogers. There we go. Okay. Yes. Thank you for. Really? Can we keep that down over there? Seriously.
And I have to honestly say though that as a child, I probably liked the robot, the little robot that they had on the show more than Buck himself. And obviously, I had a very soft spot for Miss Erin Gray because.
Oh, thank you, YouTube, for letting me know I'm live. 10 minutes later, I was turned off when you said George was going to be in it. Oh. Well, I mean, he is the he does have that reputation of the bat nipples and whatnot, I mean.
Well, yeah, but the bat nipples, he didn't put the nipples on the suit himself.
It's true. That was not his call, but I mean.
See, when I think of George Clooney, I think of him from Dusk Till Dawn.
I honestly think of him from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? So.
Well, there's
I'm in a tight spot.
Sorrow. He does put Riley in Constant Sorrow though. But when I'm thinking of what Gil Gerard, who played him back in the 70s, yes, he was on ER, looked like, I think George Clooney is a pretty good fit. I mean, and I'm going to pull up the image that I'm using right now to show you what I'm talking about. So here is come on. So here is the picture that I'm using to kind of model my sketch off of.
And that's perfect.
George Clooney, I think, fits this look. Whether he can act
it's as the good look, but the age, they're gonna have to like de-age him with CGI.
Well, I think if you just color his hair a little bit too, don't gray it up so much.
I mean, he's not an unattractive man, but the age won't fit. So,
and I was like, if they don't get a good, I mean, I'm sorry, but let's talk about, like I said, Miss Erin Gray here.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't get a good person to play her, then I'm already going to be out of the cast. It's got to be someone.
Yeah. It's got to be legit. Definitely.
But it'll be interesting to see how well they do the robot in new.
Oh, Nathan Fillion would be perfect to fit that role, and he's like a huge into the with the whole Firefly sci-fi geeky. He's a total uber geek.
Yeah, but you know what? I think Hollywood hates him in those roles, so they would give him like 2 episodes and cancel the thing.
He's so good.
I know this.
He's so
Did
good.
did we not see him as the detachable? What was it? Detachable man or detachable boy?
Detachable man, yeah.
Detachable man. Yes.
This is true.
Yes. Hollywood is a dumpster fire.
It is definitely that. There's way too much space in this space.
The final frontier.
Do, do, do.
These are the voyages of the Riley Starship.
The Starship or Enterprise.
Where he draws, nobody knows. Some say Florida. But we just don't know.
We don't know.
I'm just excited to see Buck Rogers get some love again because it has been a property that could have
You're just
probably
excited to see Buck Rogers get some
love. No, Hollywood does not like good actors. But that being said, at least Martin Scorsese is giving Brendan Fraser another chance because I love me some Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, our faithful George of the Jungle.
I think I was able during my convention going years to get all of their autographs on Buck Rogers. When I say all of them, I mean the main four cast, except for the old man doctor, because I think he passed away long before I got a chance to. But I got Gil Gerard a couple different times. I got Aaron Gray finally, which I was like,
Squeeze.
I did. I totally fangirled.
Gosh.
And oh god, it's something Silva is the gentleman's name that played the robot on the show. I can't.
I need my tiny eraser. Hold me closer, tiny eraser.
Use mine. Where do you need it? Right there. Just
yeah.
on,
Just can you just get that spot
right
for
over
me?
here? It's right. And okay, and
thanks.
Okay, you're welcome.
So I discovered these super cool erasers because I can't say no to an art supply.
Okay,
no matter how hard I try.
If we're presenting, we're going.
So this is basically what you have, right? The little clicky.
That's basically what I have. Is a
the
Pentel
the satisfying click. Yes, God bless it. I love it. Okay, so if that's not small enough for you, I have the rectangle.
Ooh.
That's retractable.
Oh, nice. So it's like click, 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 click. But
yeah. So it's just this tiny little rectangle that gets all up in the fancy corners.
It's all up in there.
But wait, if that's not small enough for you, look how tiny this is.
Oh, I'm in love.
Look how tiny.
That's almost like trying
this
to use
eraser is. It's so small. And I use it all the time to get in like highlights on eyeballs and
got nothing comparable to that. I was like, do I have anything like that? But no.
Yeah, and it also retracts out like that. With the little clicky thing on the end.
Do you have linkage for this?
It's on the Tombow website. They're Tombow brands. They're the mono erasers.
I should have known you were a Tombow girl.
Yeah, I'm a Tombow girl.
No, and there's nothing wrong with that.
But if you want something a little bigger than this round one, the mechanical pencils have, and I know Riley has one of these, so he knows the end of
the turn.
The mechanicals are
a
little bit smaller than this one. So I have a nice range.
You do. You have it. That's like eraser porn right there. Show me your tips.
Let me show you my pencils. Some people like girth, not just length.
Wait,
That's
hold on.
Correct.
I gotta do this one. Ready?
Open eraser. Exactly. That's going to get all the views now. They're going to come from all the internets to come see the erasers.
Actually, I just posted over on Reddit. We're opening erasers.
Also, if you want to go dust free.
Yeah.
I've got that.
Oh, now, see, I got to scroll back over again. Go large because I have small, tiny eyes. Dust catch. Whoa. Is that like a kneaded eraser, but in a
no,
it's one of these?
It's just a rubber, like plastic.
Okay.
Yeah. I just keep it in its little fancy box because it's a fancy eraser. So I remember which one is.
I got an Offida.
Yes.
An Offida. It's a premium eraser.
What's left of my plastic eraser. It's over here. It's seen its days.
I've got a couple of these lying around somewhere, but every time I clean my desk, I throw them into a drawer.
And then, of course, the tried and true kneaded eraser is also a fan favorite. And it seems that it will literally last forever and ever.
I think it will.
I had my very first kneaded eraser. I didn't throw away until like last year, and I got it like when I was in college. So
the trick is you just open up a new one and form it around your old eraser. It eats.
Yeah, but I just wanted a fresh start, though. I had a lot of like gritty, cruddy stuff in it. Like it had shown its age. Anyway, so that's my plethora of
erasers,
removal tools. I have a plethora, but if you ever need to erase something,
I will.
I've got a thing.
What name, Riley, are we talking about for hurricanes? Because I'm not an aficionado on hurricanes.
A tiny mono. It's really tiny. It's very tiny. It's so tiny. I don't even know if I'll ever use this because it's so small.
I got a cup boo boo over here. See, look at this little. It's a cardboard cup boo boo.
Tombow should sponsor me for as much as I sell their shit for them.
They should. Should we not contact them?
Yes, please attack them in an email and let them know that I am constantly selling their crap. Thank you. Girl's got to eat.
I think his nose needs to be longer. The
Ophelia? Ophina?
This Ophidia or whatever this thing.
Idea. Boys and girls. Off idea.
I know Off is a brand of mosquito repellent.
Indeed.
Indeed
it is. I've got to wing out this side a little bit more. Riley, how's the sketch going? I was really digging where the beignets were going because
is that for the sketch that he was doing? That's for the art.
I assume as much. I did not have the chance to ask that because I had to go order dinner for my family. It turned out okay. Yes, it's for Sunday. Cool. I'm excited. That's really cool that you're
Sunday.
It is Sunday.
Shit. I got to get to drawing. I have more drawings to do. Well, good thing that my doctor gave me the weekend off.
Yay. Were they going to make you work?
I was supposed to work Saturday and Sunday.
Aw.
Because the doctor was like, well, how are you feeling now? I was like, I'm still feeling pretty And he's like, you have to go back to work today? I was like, probably I'm supposed to.
For the rest of the time.
He's like, let's not have you go back to work today. He goes, you need the rest for, a couple of days and whatnot. I was like, well, I can't. I've got to go back Saturday and Sunday. He's like, no, you don't.
It's not happening.
He's like, you're off till Monday. I'm like, okay. And then, so my HR called me and was like, hey, what's going on? So I was like, hey, this is, I tried going to my main doctor there right in town where I work, which is why I picked that as my primary care doctor because it's 5 minutes from my work.
It's close.
Yeah, and I can schedule appointments after work, and it's not out of the way.
Sure.
But they were only available for video conferencing calls, and I was like, well, that's not going to help with high blood pressure. What are you going to do? Check my blood pressure over the phone? No, it's not.
Exactly.
So I was like, you know what? I will hit the urgent care next town over, and it's on my way home anyways. So I was like, I'll hit that. And I got in there, did the urgent care. They shaved my chest.
They shaved your chest to get you the little sticky things on
Yeah,
there.
for the EKG, and now I'm all like itchy. I'm like,
I would much rather them shave than to just rip that hair out.
true.
That would not be a good thing.
And when the lady was all trying to apologize, I was like, you have a job to do. Just, I'm not worried about it. I'm not fragile. Just do what you need to do. It is what it is.
Aw.
And where was my train of thought? Oh, HR.
Leaving the station.
Yes,
He gone.
he's gone. So he's like, you were working down in this one department, right? And I was like, well, yeah, I was there today. I was like, but I'm supposed to be in another department Saturday and Sunday. And I was like, but the doctor wants me off until Monday. He goes, well, then they're just going to have to change their plans. And, I told him, I said, well, I don't, feel comfortable because, that's, we're behind as it is.
Yeah.
I'm letting you guys down. I don't like that.
Right.
And he's like, okay, we have a built-in process for things like this. He's like, we build ahead, we work weekends, we work, 10-hour shifts to build into contingencies like this. He goes, the end result, we're building cars, not people.
Right.
He said, so think about that at the end of the day, that, we're building cars, and no one's going to die if we don't build a car. He goes, I would rather you know your own body, and I'm going to take you on faith that you know what's going on with your body. He goes, and take 2 days off that, we had you scheduled for, and get the rest that you need, than to pressure you in or push you into coming into work and collapse on the floor,
Yeah,
and then
that's
turn
not good.
around and be off for a week or two.
Besides, they'd have to reset the counter of so many days without an incident if that happens. So,
Yeah, they would.
and they don't want that.
But I was like,
That's,
this is the first time I've had an HR like. He's like, I'm thinking
that's
long
really
term
cool
goal
though that
plans.
they are like, no, you need to take care of yourself and not put. Yeah, that's awesome. You've got an
And like I said,
awesome
it's
HR.
it's one of the first times in 10 years that I've had that type of.
That's really cool.
And I was like, well, it makes me feel a little better that you're approaching it that way. I will appreciate it a little more, and then I'm gonna go get the rest, and then I'll be ready to try to. But unfortunately, I have bosses that will just use this as an excuse to browbeat me for the next week, and but I can deal with it because I already have next weekend off anyways because of my convention. So
Yay.
and then the following Friday, I have to leave on Friday at lunchtime to go to my doctor's appointment for the said surgery-ish deal.
The main event.
Yes, the main event, which could be part of the reason why I had some blood pressure because it is getting closer to the date, and I am getting a little nervous.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, and I'm getting nervous about
expected.
next weekend's convention. I'm just nervous about life.
Right.
But because I'm nervous. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to draw. If it makes me miss a drawing day.
Sorry.
No. But I mean, if it makes me miss a drawing day, it's not going to kill me. But I mean, I'm nervous. Is it going to happen? I don't want it to. So I just got a lot on my head.
Yeah, you've got a lot going on there, dude.
And I think working the extra hours and not getting the rest, I'm just like I told the doctor. I said I feel like I'm kind of burning at both ends.
You certainly are. That's a lot. It would help if I would be able to spell and count letter spaces. That would help a lot.
So I have not been able to figure out because I haven't taken a good look at it yet. But
What are we figuring out? Oh, what I'm doing? That's the Guardians of the
now I
Galaxy
know.
symbol.
Okay, nice.
Yeah,
Because
but
I vaguely thought maybe you were doing like a Captain Marvel thing because she's got that starburst.
oh, right, she does have the star in the middle. It's a little kind of
So that's why I was like,
spacey.
I didn't realize you were a Captain Marvel fan. I didn't know you
She's
were.
alright. I don't like
So
her attitude, but other
right,
than that,
I'm not a fan of what the actress is doing outside of her role. I don't mind what
oh,
she's
I don't
done
even really pay
in
attention
the
to most
role.
of them.
Like I don't really hate the Captain Marvel character. Like people like I hate Brie Larson. I'm like I don't hate Brie Larson. I just think she's a little pro feminist,
Yeah, it's true.
which is her right. You know, that's
Can't
I don't
wait for
have to
Rogue
like.
to destroy her. Well, even in like the end credit scene, and she was just like, okay, I gotta go by.
Yeah,
I was just like, yeah, there's a reason why I
yeah.
don't get
I'm
these
really
vibes from
hoping
the
that in
character.
this next Captain Marvel movie, she loses her powers and we get Rogue. Because and if they don't cast the right Rogue this time, oh my god, I'm gonna be it's gonna be
Are
a
you gonna
nail in the
throw
coffin
chairs?
for me. What's that?
Are you gonna throw chairs?
I she's my favorite character
I would
all
sign up
time.
for that.
I don't have a higher character to hold in any cinema and or book, novel, anything. So when they did it wrong, they cast Anna Paquin as Rogue
Yeah.
and wrote her as Kitty Pryde. And
Okay.
no.
Captain Marvel is my girlfriend. Des is like, leave my girlfriend alone.
Like I said, I don't have a problem with Captain Marvel. Brie Larson, she's a little iffy for me, but
Yeah, she's a little meh for me. I didn't resonate with her character.
every time that I like try to hate on her, I'm like, but I really loved her in Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yeah.
And, you know, she is a friend of a friend.
Well, that
I just
changes
watched that
everything.
movie again recently, and it's a well put together movie.
This would be done better with
It's almost retro rewind worthy, but it's not quite 80s. So
not
you
quite.
guys haven't gone up into the 90s really
We
yet.
have not
So
ventured into the next decade yet, which I'm quite excited about doing at some
there are
point.
so many 90s movies that are like,
Yeah. There's anywhere from Joe Dirt and all the comedies and Austin Powers and no, wait, Austin Powers was 2000s, wasn't it? It wasn't.
you could do like months worth of just Pauly Shore films.
Yeah, there's so many. Tommy Boy
Squeeze
and
in the juice.
Coneheads was the 80s, right? Or was it? Yeah, it was the
Uh,
80s.
Give me a moment. Let me take a
Yeah,
snapshot of
I
it so
think
I
that
don't
was
lose
the
the
80s.
picture.
Um,
Coneheads?
yeah.
No, I was talking to Google. Sorry. 1993.
Hey. Okay,
Yep.
so I was originally correct.
Now, obviously, it was a skit in the 80s on SNL.
Yes,
So
I
that's
do know
probably where
that.
you're getting
The questioning of it all.
yeah.
Yes,
So you're like, wait, was
correct.
it 80s, 90s? But yeah, technically, you could do a few episodes
There's
on just
so
SNL movies.
many different things. Yeah, and we could do a whole SNL
Oh,
series.
wait,
Hi,
wait.
Luke.
While you're not really here, Luke, I wanted you to know that today's episode was brought to us by Blended Canadian Whiskey,
Hi, Luke.
1867.
I hope you're having a hammy Friday.
He
Hamtastic.
anted. He anted to say hello.
Hamtastic. Yeah, Jeremy was about to send out a search party for you. I had to
Yeah, and
remind
then she
him
reminded me that you're busy
that
on
you have a
Fridays. Like,
life
you have a life, and I was like, oh, that's right.
and hobbies and interests outside of gracing us with your presence.
Lindsay,
Yes.
do I leave this black and white or do I color this?
Was the movie black and white or color?
No, it was. It was. I mean, all my the reason why I bring it up is because all of my SciFiTembers have been colored,
Oh,
except for the
well,
one that my wife's doing yet, which she's still coloring it. But I mean, I don't. It's not like I set out and said that these had to be colored, but
true.
I'm I'm afraid that if I color this, I'm going to lose a lot
And
of the
mess with
detail that I'm
features.
putting in.
Oh, that's a toss up, dude.
I know.
All these lit up. I am
I
so
might
bad
leave
at
this black and white. I just might.
Just might.
Well, then, since I'm deciding on the black and white, I have to pull out the tool.
Don't pull out.
I am. I'm pulling straight out. I'm not even thinking of anyone else. That's a colored one. What is this one? There it is. See what I have? The rolled up paper. The rolled up paper of goodness. One of us. Now I can do some shading.
It's about to get shady up in here.
Just like when Sonic grabs the rings.
I don't have a life. I just pretend to.
Yes, but you pretend really well.
Same.
Riley, you don't need a life. You have cats.
And
a very
sassy
vocal,
one at that.
I'll say a very vocal and sassy one. She's like, or
sassy
she or he.
cat.
Sassy
God,
why do I not know this?
Sassy cat.
Smelly cat, smelly cat.
Don't remind me.
See, I think just randomly while Riley's watching any of our broadcasts, we just need to sit there and go, meow, meow, meow.
Too sassy.
He's like, no, I've had enough.
If you have a smelly cat, you should probably wash it.
You should, but that's not what Phoebe does. My dog just ran in here looking for the cat that was meowing. So
I don't
good.
recognize that cat.
Yeah, she's like, there's an intruder in the house. Blinded by the light. Facebook is going to take this down now because I'm singing the song. I just don't even care. Mute me.
I dare you.
Riley, if I ever bite you, you have permission to punch me.
Wow.
I don't
Why would
see
you
it
be
mean.
biting Riley?
Well, if I'm a zombie.
Oh, this is true.
You know, that's the only way I could see conceivably that I would ever want to bite Riley.
I was just like, why is that even a thing?
Because he said that at least we aren't biting him.
Okay, I see now.
And then he one-ups it. Oh, you don't need permission for that.
Oh, snap.
As if.
Oh, snap.
Where Joe would lean in with his special little mic and say,
He'd push his button.
Yeah, he'd push his buttons and he'd be like,
He would say,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was
Oh,
weird
yeah.
because, I mean, I've now sat through, is Joe the third co-host?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've sat through 3 and I've seen how each show has changed and whatnot. And I was curious to see what Joe was going to bring to the table. I mean, I've been around him enough that I know what he is, but I was wondering how he was going to interact and what he was going to bring. And I really am liking the dynamic.
Oh, I knew what you guys were in for. He told me the day that he got it, and it's been a while. Like before last season ended, it's been a minute. He knew, and he was like, "Don't say anything." I was like, "All right, you're gonna rock that show. You're gonna rock their socks off, and they're not gonna know what hit them."
No.
So I was very much excited for him and for the entire Haps community to see that dynamic unfold. It was very, very cool.
Yes. He brings, I don't want to say this without actually bringing down any of the other guests or anything like that, but he brings an honesty that you can't really match. Not that anyone else is being dishonest, but he's got this level of honesty that he brings in, and the questions that he raises are, I don't know, they're challenging. They're not just like, hey, what are you doing? Blah blah this, and he's
Yeah, not fluff questions.
yeah, and like I said, there's nothing wrong with those type of questions when you're trying to get to know somebody and stuff like this. But I mean, he just hits you, and you have no problem answering the questions. That's the thing. That's what I mean about the honesty.
Well, a good
Like,
thing about any interviewer is to make your guests feel comfortable so that they're willing to open up and talk about themselves. I think that's a skill that takes time to hone a little bit. For sure.
I haven't honed mine. Riley over here being honest.
Being honest.
You be honest. You be you,
So,
bro.
Taking it back to the stream on Sunday, do you know what you're wanting to draw?
Something with probably a Day of the Dead-ish.
Ooh,
something
good.
or other, so it has lots of detail.
Yeah.
I'm thinking probably 6x8, so I can have room to detail.
There you go. There you go. Very cool. I like it.
Some not necessarily this, but something along the lines of like this.
Yeah, kind of more in the realm of voodoo style.
Yeah.
Esque. Not so much the Latin version of that. I like that idea. That's very cool.
Did you see
Bez and I were kind of talking a little bit last night about what we were thinking about doing, and I want to do a piece that's in the style of like I did my tree frog and my gummy bears with the colored pencils and whatnot that has that high detail in it. So I already kind of up front told Bo, I was like, it's going to get started, but I promise you it's not going to be finished in an hour.
Yeah.
Even an hour and a half is not probably going to be enough time. So you're going to get the majority of the art experience of the layout and probably colors, but we're probably going to have to do another stream later to finish it up or whatever. And then send off that.
How much of the when you did the Haps takeover?
Yeah.
How much of mine that I got done in the time that we did? Because I was like, I was hurrying.
Yeah, in my brain was so scattered, I was actually kind of embarrassed about the art that I put out that day, and I totally scrapped it and started over, and I was glad I did that.
Yep.
But yeah, and speaking of that, the Mad Lib art thing, we're gonna have to plan a night where we can all get together to do another one, because this week's theme is Haps Games.
Oh yes. That fits right in with our stuff.
Jeremy, since you're off this weekend,
yes,
I think that we might need to find a time.
A time?
To Mad Lib.
Yes. Oh, it was so much fun. I couldn't believe how challenging it was.
Yeah, I actually am not good at doing fast art either. I was talking to Des about that last night. I was like, I can do it really rough things fast, but if you want it to look polished, it's not going to be fast. It's going to be very sloppy. And indeed, what I did was very sloppy for the live, but going back and honing it in, it actually turned out pretty decent. Not my best work by any means, because it was a ridiculous story. But I think working and focusing on maybe one element of the story instead of trying to include everything is a very good approach when you're working with a short time frame, which is something Michelle did, and she did well. And Joe did too. He focused in on the sheriff part only. Yeah. And really got in there with some details, and it turned out really nice. And Michelle with the planet and the eyeball and everything. Yours looks like a 12-year-old art piece. No, it looked fine. You captured the styling of the comic book Excelsior feeling, which is exactly what you definitely had that framed out, Des. I know that you weren't super excited about how it turned out. But it was not as bad as you probably think it was.
I mean, we can't all be 3D artists like CS and just bust out. And even he had to go back and
Yeah,
finish up stuff.
he got a good concept down, but he did spend a significant amount of time finishing that piece out and turned out phenomenal.
Oh my god,
God, that was amazing.
Yeah. See, my problem is I can do quick art. I can't do quick concept.
Yeah.
So when I had to sit there and think, okay, now I want to design this, I want to do that, I want to do this.
Right.
So instead, I was like, okay, I already know a floating ship, so let's use that. I already know this. I'm going to use a skateboard.
My standard. I need to stop that. I think certain situations, high standards are fantastic. In I would say most situations, high standards are super great. But for like those sorts of situations where it's like off the hip, you don't know what you're expecting. You kind of have to give yourself a break on that one. And that's definitely a pill that I had to swallow that day as well, because I beat myself up about it.
Thank you, Riley.
Have a good night. It's always good to see you. I'll definitely see you on Sunday, if not before. Or wait, no, you're not going to be in the live, but we'll catch up. We'll catch up.
We'll be around.
If you're there for the live, you're welcome to join us, by the way.
I'll bring that back to our buddy Sean that jumps on here.
Yeah.
And he, constantly comes in and he's like, "Oh, stop it." And I get what he's getting at, because some of the stuff that I do
is kind of self-deprecating of sorts.
Well, and like this right here. Am I super proud of this piece? No, there's all kinds of problems with it.
Okay, Riley.
But, I busted it out in 25 minutes.
Yeah, you did that super duper fast, but you know what? The concept is delivered. It may not be perfect.
Exactly.
I mean, but the personalities shine through. You understand the concept of what it is. I mean, yeah, if you spent 3 hours polishing that, it would be phenomenal with probably more detailed background. You would probably, instead of doing a silhouette, actually focus in on doing more coloring to identify those characters more, maybe more details.
Well, even more, I would have actually drawn the character out and then just colored it in. I literally tried just working with shapes.
Do I need a scan for Sunday? I don't have to have it, but if you have something to share, I can upload it into the stream. And what we're going to do, because we were talking about 2 different concepts for how to do the art giveaway. So the live art that we're going to be making, plus whatever you guys come up with donating, we're going to just make that one big package for whoever the highest donor is for our segment. So whoever donates the most money in the art segment is going to win the artist prize pack, which is going to include all the pieces. Hey, Bo's here.
Hey there, Bo.
There isn't a time limit. Drawing stream exciting. Can award the art later. Yeah. So however Bo feels like awarding that, he's going to get us that contact information. And we will make sure that everybody knows where to send their art to, is how that's going to work out. So it doesn't have to be physically here for it to be done, because I know the pieces that we do live are not going to be completely 100% finished by the end of the stream, because I want to make sure to do a high quality piece. And it'll probably take a second stream to do that, because there are other participants. Highest donations during your segment. Yes. And Bo, I assume there's a segment after us, or are we finishing off the night? I don't remember where we landed on that. I'm glad you popped in. Thanks, Bo, for the timing on that, answering questions.
We were talking, and all of a sudden he's like, "Wait, I've been summoned."
He was like, "Hello, beacon of light, beam me in." Yes. So,
damn it.
Don't mind the Tourette's in the background. It's fine. We just found out we're going longer. Okay, cool. So what we'll do is we're going to finish up our segment, and then we may just hop over and do a continuation stream of the art bits. I don't want to take away from the marathon though, so it'll probably be depending on what time the marathon's over.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to take eyeballs away from the fundraiser at all. So there is that. Do you guys have like a lineup of like a schedule? Okay. Because I want to be able to finish the piece live on stream, but I don't want to be stepping on toes or taking away from other people. Veda has it. Okay. All right. Work on my pick again tomorrow and get that done. Thanks for card. You're welcome, Riley. And you can, Riley, you're in the Discord. There is a marathon channel that you can ask questions or whatever about. And I think, Bo, are you in there? I don't know if Bo's in there because technically you don't stream. Okay.
Bo's like, I don't Discord.
He's like, no, I don't. If you want to be in the Discord, have Veda get you the link for that, Bo. It's usually just a broadcaster only. But since you're helping coordinate this, I don't see why Pablo and Peter would have an issue with you being in there at all.
I don't think so either.
Just, keep the snarky for the public chat rooms and you'll be good. Yeah, Veda's on the Discord, I believe. I'm pretty sure she is. Yeah, she's in there. But I could send it to you too. It's just going to have to be after I get done.
So I wanted to pose a question, and I wanted to bring this up to different other artists that are out there.
Okay.
But how would, like, maybe every couple months we get together and do an art auction stream?
Yeah, I'm having like a little bit of a deja vu moment right now.
Okay.
I know I hear kitty.
Yeah. Here.
I had a dream, and this is Des still in here because I think she would get a kick out of this too. I had a dream because I know she loves talking about dreams. I had a dream that I had all of the art that I've made on Haps, all of the sketch party stuff, all of the challenges, all of the pieces. And I had a giant like art for badges art sale.
Yeah.
And it's so funny that you just brought that point up because this was just like a couple of hours ago in my nap time. this happened.
Well, I was thinking about it because, like, I mean, obviously I wouldn't want to do it before my convention because I want to hold on to whatever pieces of art I can have for the convention.
Exactly.
And then
yeah.
After that, I mean, this stuff sits around for a whole year until, it's next convention time. And while I always throw up this stuff is for sale over on Instagram, I don't really get a whole lot of biters.
Right. Well, to be honest with you, I've never actually sold a traditional piece of artwork.
Right.
Ever. I've only done graphic design work, and it was just, a logo that I designed for that specific person. Thank you for the Creative
Genius Award, Riley.
Nice. So, yeah, that would be a new yeah.
Well, it's wait, it's
Buck Rogers, not Lee Majors.
Yeah, not Lee Majors. Gil Gerard. But I follow a group of artists over on YouTube.
Okay.
And at least once every 3 months, they do an art auction. Mind you, theirs is for comic book art that has been in printed books and stuff like this usually, or pieces that they've done on something or other, and their amounts go for insane. I'm not expecting that. But what I'm thinking is that instead of doing it off of like you've got to donate awards, we just set up, we have our pen pals, and it's like if we do like an actual, hey, this is going
pen
for
pals?
$1.
Are we gonna get pen pals?
Yes, we're getting in PayPal. Sorry, not pen pal, or whatever, Venmo.
I have to give you crap. That's so funny.
You do.
Yes, I think that's a good idea.
Because then that way you don't have to sit there and spend $20 to get $5 worth of coins. Pen pals. But I think we could, and then we can have however many people we can have in here, rotate them in and out, let them go full screen and be like, hey, we're doing this piece right now. We'll start it off at $1. Can anyone, do $1.50? Whatever. Talk about the piece, do stuff like that. Weed pen
Weed
pals.
pen pals. Yes, Bo, you
only
send
if
me
you're
some
getting
and I'll send you some and it'll be great. That's not illegal or anything.
Well, it depends on the states.
Tell you what, Jeremy, start a new thread in the art collab channel and test the waters and see how the response goes.
Yeah.
Because there's quite a few people in there now that I think good night, Riley.
Good night, Riley.
That I think would be interested in doing something like that. I don't know. I'm down for it. If somebody wants to pay me for my scribbles on paper that I do for fun with my friends, I'm not going to tell them no. There's a couple of pieces that I don't know if I'll let it go or not. I have kind of a hard time letting my babies go.
But think about this. How much do you think a physical piece of C.S. Murphy would go for?
His arm? Or his finger? Or like a baby pinky toe? Or maybe just a vial of his sweat, perhaps?
Exactly.
And wear it like in a necklace form, like you just irradiates the energy of magical artistic amazingness into your life.
But I think we've built up a decent group over here that I think we could actually pull something off.
I don't know. Des, how do you feel about an art sale? How do you feel about that action?
Do you have pieces you think you could sell, Miss Desiree?
I think I would have to have therapy after I sold pieces that I really, really liked.
It was weird selling my first. Actually, you know what? I've got a. Let me do a show and tell.
I mean, digital art is different because it's easily replicated. And so there's not nearly as much emotional attachment, I guess, to that. I don't know. My brain is cramping. Fair enough. Just let that thought marinate. It's not like we're doing it tomorrow or anything. I don't know.
All right. So the very first thing I ever sold was a bookmark, just like said one right here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love the Silver Surfer one. That one's like my favorite of the ones because I've seen him before.
I have bookmarks, and I sold it to a cosplayer. Actually, my daughter did.
You could just picked it up. Slide that one in my envelope with my Anthony Kiedis.
And he took a picture of it for me.
Oh.
Of Spawn. This is an amazing cosplayer. He's a great guy, and he's actually a police officer in his downtime. But on top of that, this right here,
of course he is
the first $5 that I ever made selling artwork. It is still with it.
That's amazing.
I don't need to spend this because this was the first ever bit of money that said,
you need to frame that sucker. Even if it's like $1 store frame, you need to frame that.
Right. But this right here, to me, proved that I'm a professional.
Hell yeah.
And it started me on my lifelong journey of, I want to draw.
I want to be a real artist.
Absolutely. I understand that thrill and that excitement because I had similar feelings whenever I first saw my art published on a billboard.
Ooh.
And not just one billboard, 40 billboards across the metro area. Everywhere you drove, you saw my art. That was a moment. I think I cried. And whenever I went to my grandma's house for Thanksgiving, you have to drive down the interstate for quite a ways before you get there. And all of my aunts and uncles that came in from out of town and out of state got to see my art. Got to see my art. And not only that specific billboard that just happened to be on the way to her house, I was in one of the photos.
Oh, nice.
So not only was it my art, but it was also my face. And it was literally like the only board in the entire metro that had my face on it. And I didn't even really know where all the boards were going to land because billboards have different contracts where they'll rotate the art around. So I didn't know where that piece was going to be, but it just happened. The timing was perfect. And it was promoting one of the because I worked for a home builder, and it was promoting one of the neighborhoods they were building in nearby. And yeah, they got to see my face on I-40 as they were going to my grandma's house. And that's like the coolest moment in my art famous life that I can recall. Second moment would be same company. I designed the company t-shirts for several years. But what they do is they have a booth at the state fair where they give away free t-shirts as a promotional thing that had my artwork on it.
Nice.
And I still to this day see random people like shopping at Walmart with t-shirts with my art on it.
Oh,
it's
wow.
wild. It is wild.
Shower time. Scrub a dub-dub. Get your booty in the tub.
That's right.
The only thing I had close to that was back in high school. My neighbor was renting out.
Abby needs to shower.
Abby.
I think Super NES games out of a hardware store in town, and he wanted a little logo made for his business card that said that I'm renting NES product.
Yeah.
And I think I drew a Mario and Luigi and gave it to him, and he put it on his business card. And I have them around here somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, the lettering on this says Guardians. It's the Guardians of the Galaxy symbol. And that's my hands. Hello. That's my hands. I'm tricking you with that broadcasting trickery.
How is your hands there and your face is there? It's
I
not
know,
even in the right
I'm detached. And why am I down here and you're up there?
Because you're currently drawing, I'm currently talking. I'm pretty much almost done drawing at the moment, but I'm not done with the conversation. So I wanted to see what you were doing instead of watching the little itty bitty picture.
Right on.
Yeah.
Fair enough. She's in the comments down there. Her phone kicked her out. You know, Haps did her dirty again. Switch pencils up. I told Des last night that this little pencil isn't going to last the whole month.
No.
It's tiny. It's my little nubby. It's my little nubbins.
It's like my little tiny one, my little tiny guy right here, but this is a lead holder. But
I need to get one of those.
It just disappeared.
Yeah, it was frozen for a minute. That was cool. Making tacos and pumpkin bread. Shut up. I'm coming over to your house to have second dinner. That sounds amazing.
I ate a sandwich when I got home from the doctor, and I have not eaten the rest of the day. I think I need more food. Now
I think you're right. I think you should probably do that.
Oh, I will. I'm going to go eat some macaroni salad when I'm done.
Nom, nom, nom.
Heck yeah. Hey, wait. Who is closer to Des? Are you closer to Des, or am I closer to Des?
I don't know.
Because she's in the wilderness, so she's hard to find anyways.
Yeah. I think you may technically be closer.
I was thinking I was too, but I didn't want to discount where you're at, that you might...
It's probably not far off.
Okay. Let's see. Peoria, Illinois. Let's do the map thing.
Let's do the Google map. We're going to do both together.
Google Maps. Let's go from...
Google Mars. No, not Google Mars. Google Maps.
How far is Mars away from me?
God bless.
P-E-O-R. Oh, man, she's doxing herself. She's letting the whole world know where she's at.
She says it all the time.
I know. Okay, so let's go to start. Navigation makes data. Whatever. Use it. I don't care. Okay, Des, it says it would take me 6 hours and 13 minutes to get to you.
Oh, you totally win. We're looking at a good solid 10 to 11 hours, depending. If I use the turnpike, it's or the toll roads, it's 10 hours. If I do it, the cheap ass way, it'll be closer to 11 hours.
No. Yeah, it's not a problem. It's easy to, I tell a lot of people I'm south of Detroit because it's so much easier than trying to tell them where I'm at. But good luck finding Ida on the map anyways.
I don't tell it. It's a secret.
undisclosed location. She's in a bunker.
She's in a bunker.
Get to the bunker. Where's SJ when you need him for lettering? Because I'm not a letterer as hard as I try.
So I mean, if we're being honest here, and I'll go bigger screen so that we can see. So here's Michigan, and while I tell people that like I'm south of Detroit, which is right here,
Bo will win.
Okay. I'm actually closer to Toledo, which is down here. So Detroit's up here, Toledo's down here. So I'm actually really close to Toledo. But to tell people I'm from this area, they're like, I don't know what that is.
Mhm.
I'm from the Mid. And then Luke is right over here. We can wave at each other. We're like, hi.
Hi.
Hi, Luke. Man, I'm doxing Luke now, too.
You are.
Jeez, I'm doxing everybody. It was, I think, 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half ago. No, it was during COVID when we were shut down that I first heard about doxing. I'm like, what the heck is doxing?
Oh,
They're like,
I learned all about doxing on Blab.
and they were like, oh, it's when someone learns your location. I'm like, when did that become a secret?
It's not just their location, it's
Yeah.
private information about yourself, including your phone number.
Well, my phone number is 555.
Yeah.
Everyone, take out your pencils.
My social security number is none of your fucking business. Go ahead and try to get money from me. The government's been doing it for years. 555.
If there's
keep
any
going.
left. And
It's 75
8675 309.
309. Ask for Jenny. She always picks up the phone. Did I kill the music when you came in? I
You
killed the
did. You
No,
were like, screw this music. I have
it-
people.
It stopped. It only was a. How long was it? Why can't I tell how long this was supposed to have been?
Oh, I didn't check my streams to see if I got dinged last night. I used new playlists that you have to test and
Facebook. Let's see. Facebook doesn't ding me until like 6 months later.
Oh, they're quick to snag it.
No,
online.
I've not gotten a ding all week long on any of my stuff, so I don't think they understand the like Japanese.
Oh, are they
lo-fi
still on
music.
Labor Day?
True.
They're still on Labor Day weekend practices, I guess.
But yeah, I've got nothing on the books.
Okay.
So, insignia, huh? That's my next.
Yes, insignia.
Insignia.
What famous insignia?
You're in a 7-day timeout on Facebook. What did you
do?
Ooh.
What did you do?
What didn't Bo do? That's the real question.
True.
Jenny, I got your number. Okay, that's gonna happen.
Oh man,
That's
I love
happening. Eric Hypes.
You know what's
I
really
am
funny?
doing the Guardians because I am the Haps Guardian now. If you guys didn't know that already.
Cosplayer I was telling you about. Now, mind you, he's no longer alive, but I'm looking at my old notifications, and at 6:01 p.m. today, he started a live video on the gram. So isn't that kind of funny that we were talking about him, and here he is?
Wow.
Ethan, leave her alone.
So is it true your husband's a famous Twitch player?
He's a what player?
Famous Twitch?
No, he doesn't play on Twitch.
No? Okay.
He should, as much as he streams
Mm-hmm.
games or plays games.
He should. He could start making
Why don't you
triple
stream
income
on Twitch? because you can get paid money
Yeah.
to do it.
It's not like I can have a regular schedule and do it on a regular basis.
You literally are doing this every night. That's regular. That
Yeah,
is
you're on a
more
regular
regular
basis.
than your BM schedule, probably. Just saying.
Not to mention, I want to follow him.
Oh, Jeremy wants to follow you.
I don't even know how to stream.
That's what YouTube's for.
Well,
I have to sit
I
up.
suppose. All right, fine.
I have a camera
do-
I can give you.
But I'd also have to figure out
Where do I follow him on YouTube?
He is like coming up with all the excuses right now, and I'm like, I have an answer for that. I have an answer for
I
that.
am ready to type in a name on YouTube. Where am I following?
You want me to come over there and show you how?
No, Jeremy.
Oh, he wants Jeremy to come over and show him how.
Okay, let's see.
He doesn't
You're
want to
in
hear about it
Oklahoma?
from me.
Let's see. Map, Oklahoma. Let's see if I can get there and back before I have to go to work on Monday.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you make it here? You do have the weekend off.
Let's just say, what do we want to say? Oklahoma City, just for shits and giggles.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. Let's see. Directions.
Smack dab in the middle of the state.
From home.
I was in
Best-
Josh Wolf's broadcast, and he was telling
Finding
jokes
best
about how many fleas were in his apartment, and I said I'd have to bug bomb the shit out of that home. Oh my lord, that's funny.
All right. It
this was
swears 14 hours, 29 minutes. I'm thinking I can make it in 10.
People seeing make your own badge. Did you find out more? This is not my own badge. Oh, my camera's frozen. That's not helpful. One moment.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, my overhead cam likes to do that every once in a while. It's weird. This camera needs to be like shot into outer space and never to be seen again. And we're back. Okay, so this is the Guardians of the Galaxy Marvel franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Logo. Not my own logo. Just to clarify.
So yeah, Lindsay,
I have
it's
not found
only
any more details out about what I'm supposed to do with
14 and a half hours to get to your house. I think I can make it in 10.
Oh, okay. Sweet. He'll be here in between 10 and 14 hours.
Yeah. And I don't need to sleep, so I'm driving through the night. I drove all night to get to you.
Damn near in Canada. That's where he lives.
Just to come show somebody how to stream.
That's right. He's like, that's a hell of a drive.
I can throw rocks at Canada.
It's true. He can throw rocks at Canada.
What state does he live in?
Lives in Ida, Michigan.
Mm-hmm. 13 miles north of Toledo.
he was like, is he a peninsula guy?
No, I'm not. No. I'm not an Ooper.
No, he's not.
No Ooper.
How dare
I'm a
you
troll.
suggest such a thing? So, I'm not exactly sure why Eric is off platform, but he is. I thought it was Marvel, and you were adopting it for your own purpose. Yes.
I've been to
Thank you for the
Traverse City
clarification. Oh,
before.
okay.
Hi.
Sure.
Lovely weather.
Made my cat move.
Yeah. Josh had to visit your lovely state for some training when he was in the Guard.
I went to Traverse City
Traverse City
in the summer.
Yeah, that's still a distance from me too.
in the summertime.
Let's see, how far is Traverse from me? Maps. And go. Yeah. 4 hours, 10 minutes away.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
4 hours away from him, babe.
But you have to almost pass by me if you're going there, because you come up US 23 to get there. You go through Flint and Saginaw, and
Thanks, Tess.
well, it depends. Actually, you could have probably came up through Grand Rapids. Depends on which way you come in. You would have been coming from there, so yeah, you would.
We would take you from the south. We'll come up from behind.
Yeah, but from behind and to the left.
Well,
Because there's no reason why you would come all the way over to that side of the state to go all the way back over to the other side of the state. That's almost like bordering Wisconsin with a lake in between.
Yeah, he was doing field artillery training.
Ooh.
He got to blow shit up.
Were you launching at the why can't my brain work as fast as my mouth wants to? The lighthouses up there. I had lighthouse in my head the minute I started that conversation, and I could not get it out of my mouth.
I'm not exactly sure. That was a long ass time ago. That was like before I had a child.
I was close to getting into the military, and I said no.
Probably, I mean,
I talked to a recruiter. He had come out to the house. We had scheduled an appointment to go up and do testing.
mm-hmm.
And the weekend before I was to go up to do the testing, I called him and said,
Yeah, no.
No, I don't think so. And he goes, yeah, you can't back out now. I said, oh, but I can because I didn't sign anything. This is all verbal.
Yes.
Yeah, I had not signed up. I was just, I would have, had I gone up and did that, it would have been a sign up. But I had very bad anger problems.
Lovely. Not Jeremy.
I had authority problems.
Not Jeremy.
Yeah.
The same Jeremy we're talking to right now?
Uh-huh. And
No.
and he's like, well, and I tried explaining this to the, the recruiter, because of course, his job is to get me up there. That's his job.
Yeah.
I get that. My job was to tell him no. And he wasn't having any part of that. Like we were on the phone for like an hour, and I was like,
What
look,
branch were you going for? Army?
I think so. I think that's what I would have went in for. Yeah, it would have just been a grunt.
Yeah.
But I told him, I was like, I have anger problems. And he's like, oh, we'll help you with that. And
yeah,
like,
they'll help you with a lot of push-ups.
He's like, there's college that you can think about. And I was like, yeah, but I have no idea what I want to do. Oh, we'll help you with that. I'm like, yeah, no, that's the problem. Is I don't want to go to college just to go to college. I want to go for a reason. And he's like, blah, blah, this. And I was like, okay, so let me ask you this. I was like, because this is one of the reasons why I'm not going to go, because I keep replaying this scene in my head. And I want to ask you, what would happen if this happened? And he goes, okay, well, go ahead. I said, if my superior officer is in my face and is yelling at me, I said, and my anger flares up and I just right in his throat.
Ooh.
I said, what do you think's going to happen to me? He goes, I wouldn't advise it. I said, yeah, because that's all I can think of doing right now. I said, so I really don't want to get the ass beating of my life for spitting down a person who's yelling in my face. I was like, because that is what I'm, and I was like, I got no problem doing it. He goes, okay, well if you change your mind. But yeah, I literally was having like dreams where I was just getting yelled at and told that I was no good and blah blah this, and I needed to blah blah, and he was inches from my face, and I was like, yeah, let's just end this and my life. Let's just
wrap this up now. Let's just
no. I mean, I understand how stupid it sounds now as an adult, but as a 18-year-old kid, I was like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do because I don't care.
Sounds great.
I had no head on my shoulders then. I had no patience.
Yeah, dishonorable discharge sounds fantastic, right?
Yeah, but can you imagine the ass beating that would have befallen this? Because this would have been 1993.
If not by you, or if not by your superior, it would definitely be by one of your equals, because they would all get smoked for your dumbassery.
Oh God, yes.
That's where you learn.
My life would have ended, in not a permanent way, but I just I couldn't. I mean, I wish I had the mentality I have now, because I think I would have done all right with this mentality back with my 18-year-old self. But I see the way my brothers and sisters changed when they went in and came out.
Yep.
And I don't know that I wanted that with my life.
Fair enough. Well, I'm done.
Okay.
I
I
have
am too.
reached the end.
Listen, you piece of maggot shit. You do what I say when I say it. Yeah, see, then that's the thing.
That's
I'm
a
like,
love letter. That's easy. Yeah. Good times.
what are you crying, you little maggot? You think your mommy's going to be here? Leave my mom alone.
That was fun.
All right, so tomorrow I'm doing insignia. Lindsay will be working on computer and maybe fuel.
Probably just computer.
Probably just computer. Because you got
Who
to
knows?
work on
I mean,
your-
it's still early in the night. I might just go live again later. Who knows?
Yeah.
I've got a few replays to catch up on before I do any
you've also
lives.
got C.S. Murphy soon.
Yes.
So don't forget that.
We don't want to leave him out.
No, we're going to hit.
We got to
some
give
CS
the
words
love
in
to all
Twitter.
the peeps. Love all
Thank
the
you
peeps.
both for jumping in and letting us know what the world is about with this.
Yes,
great...
thank you for the update, Bo, on that. And clarifying the art situation. So
she's telling me she needs to go outside. Can you hear her?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Bo said he would kind of keep a tally of what we earned during our hour and who is, I assume, the highest for the hour.
See, look, a piece of paper.
I don't know how you're going to do that, but I'm impressed.
I kind of keep up with it.
Yeah, you do. You're good at it. I was just like, somebody's going to have to take names and
I can do it.
Pull out the old calculator and
I'm
sort
on,
it through. They're also gonna have to be willing to give up a mailing address for their art to get mailed to them. So they'll have to slide up into a DM.
I think I'm sending a piece. This piece here that where did I put it? This piece here that I drew back on Hapstars.
Oh, I like that one.
To Carrie, because Troy's never given me an address, and I said I was sending it to Troy. So I'm sure Carrie can get it to him.
Yeah, probably.
Because that needs to go to Troy. Because I said I would send it to him. So yeah,
that's awesome.
So that's still setting up there. All right. Anyways, we're out of here.
Yes.
We're gonna call it a night. I'm gonna go rest. Get some more
please.
food.
Lots of rest for you, sir.
Yes.
And maybe a little water.
What?
Drink your water.
Wait. What?
Yes. Not filtered water. Not water with corn syrup. Just water.
But there's water in this, right?
That's water with corn syrup.
Oh, damn it.
Just water. All right. Just for the rest of the night, and then you can start over tomorrow with whatever the hell you want.
Okay, woohoo! All right. So we're gonna
love you guys. I'll talk to you later.
Show closer notes.